Hi, welcome to my very first vlog. The sole reason why I wanted to start this YouTube channel was mainly to document my creative journey, especially in ceramics. Perhaps I should do a little self-intro. Hi again, I'm Mingo. I run a couple of social media channels that covers different interests of my life, right? I run an art account called underscore Mingo, and I also run a ceramics account, mimo.made. It's still a very new journey for me, and this is why I wanted to also venture into longer form contents in hopes to capture this creative journey of mine. So, where do I begin? Maybe I dive into a little bit of how my creative journey started. I am a full-time graphic designer, and on the side hustle side, I've always ventured to explore ways to create things that makes me happy. So I ventured into art market that was prior to COVID times. I do abstract, weird portrait caricatures. I also created cute little knickknacks in the form of enamel pins and sold them through gachapon because there was a period of time I was very obsessed with gachapon machines, which is like capsule machines that you'll likely find in the country of Japan. That was the beginning of my art market side hustle. Somewhere along the line, I think that's when my interests and the kind of medium that I explore comes and go. They usually don't last pretty long. It's not before long I started a new project, which is this brand called Gach, which is a short form for Gachapon and Catch. So I wanted to bring Gachapon culture back to Singapore again because during that time, capsules machines were getting even rarer. And at that time, I wanted to create some kind of collection through enamel pins or even figurines. So my very first line of creation for Gach was actually like a fortune telling machine of sort. Because of the randomness of you don't know what you will get, each pin symbolizes a different luck. It comes with a fortune slip. Right. That went by, and why the brand kind of fell short, it was when COVID kind of hit. There were no art markets to go to. Everyone was just staying home, we're not allowed to go out. But during that time, I was still craving to create new things. My interest has scaled from wanting to create factory made merchandise, such as enamel pins. Back then, it was really popular, but I wanted to create something handmade. And that's when I started my Etsy shop called mimo.made. And for mimo.made, I started selling polymer clay figurines and polymer clay pins. And that was my very first attempt to make my own figurines because I always loved to collect toy figurines. So after about 2-3 months of launching my store on Etsy and made a couple of sales, I decided to close it because at the time my full-time career got a little busier. So Mimo.made kind of took on a little break. But during that whole break, I did thought about maybe it's time to move towards a more tangible medium, which is ceramics. So I've dabbled in a few pottery classes and I really enjoyed it. But at that point of time, I didn't know what to make out of it because ceramics then was slowly becoming a very popular thing and everyone was kind of diving into it. I wasn't sure I could create something that I really love and at the same time almost like a unique product to be able to call my own. So that's when earlier this year I had this very strong urge to give it another go. I think I'm creative at heart, that's the thing. So any form of creation just brings me joy, and I just really love hand making stuff. I took a nosedive and I went for a hand building class as a form of refresher just to see where my interest was at. After the whole hand building class, I still wasn't very confident, but I feel like that shouldn't hold me back. I just wanted to play and make things and not worry about whether they are perfect or not. So I spent some time looking for a studio space to rent where I could just go in, create something that I can bring home to. So in February, I kind of found a studio to rent that started my ceramics journey. It's been almost 6 months. Through these 6 months, I've did 3 batches of glaze fired ceramics so far. The first 2 batches were horrible. I couldn't get the glazing right. The colors were not something I was looking for. And not gonna lie, I was pretty disheartened, but I didn't want to stop. Wow, the sun is really strong here. Maybe I should move. In the month of May, I started my next project, which is my third batch of ceramics. The project that I call May of Cups. So let me show you some of my favorites from the latest batch of ceramics I've made. I made this very wonky, maybe it's a soju cup. It's yellow feet. But sadly, this is the part where I still can't figure out with the transparent glaze. So this cup is not really usable. So another feed piece is this feed egg shell. You can see over here. Dun dun. And look on the inside. Other things that I really love, which is the hands and feet series. So I drew this little hands around this cup. Okay, it looks more like a bowl, but still, I love this. I was also trying to see if what if it's not just line works, it was actually painted. And this came out really beautifully. My favorite is I really found a color that I love, which is red. Look at this beauty. And this is surprisingly usable. I just need to test whether they are food safe, but the transparent glaze on the insides are perfectly fine. So yeah, that has been my journey so far, and what's my next batch of ceramics gonna be? I don't know. I'm still figuring out, which is why I came out here to, well, take some time out and sketch some new ideas.